Hey everybody, welcome to Stoned React. I'm so glad you guys are here joining me. So we're going to dive into the last two videos that Foodie Beauty had posted. The one was her attempting to exercise at 377 pounds, and then she goes on to eat a supposedly controlled meal of spaghetti. So let's get into this and see what she's up to.
Preparing to work out, and I'm gonna do 10 minutes.
The lack of microphones on them bothers me. Supposedly they're so successful and have so much money because if you recall, when she first fell for Salah, she convinced us that he was a very established man, that she had no need to work, that they had more than enough funds for her to live a content and happy life doing nothing. As we can see that she is still making videos, still needing to work. I don't believe her version of what she said previously about him being a well-established top-tier man. He's actually not. And that makes sense because she needs a man that she can manipulate and control, and he's a perfect puppet for that. But anyway, I digress. She doesn't have a microphone. I don't know where she's working out, but it's very hard to hear her. So let's go in and try to see if we can make out what she's saying.
Here in our building, so may as well try them out. It is air conditioned here, so that's a plus. All right,
So she's basically telling us she's in an air-conditioned facility. I'm guessing must be in her building because it looks like one of those hotel gyms that have very limited equipment. So this is likely probably in her. I can't really hear her. The sound is so bad.
yellow. Let's try it.
Yeah, let's work out.
I can hear him good.
Me, as you can see.
Hi guys, matching colors.
Yes.
Okay, baby. Ready?
How is he not embarrassed? It must be a fetish. That's the only thing I can equate his comfort level with her. Because I know, God, I dove into the Instagram models. I don't know if any of you guys have dove into that. The deplorable, disgusting things that they do for men over there. It's a rabbit hole you probably don't want to go down, but I did learn a lot and it's very disturbing. So I don't know. I can't figure out any other reason besides it being a fetish to him, her being his fetish, because I can't figure out what the gain is in this situation. I would be completely embarrassed to have a person like this in my life that behaved this way.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Yellow. I'm gonna try doing this elliptical, but very hard on me, so I don't know if I can.
So in case you don't know, the elliptical is a very low impact machine. I use it quite often when I'm at the gym. When I was heavier, yes, I was obese, morbidly obese at one time, the elliptical was my friend. It is non-impact. It didn't cause injury to my body. It didn't strain my body. It actually was easier for me to get a workout in. Now, I'm guessing this is going to be very hard for her and challenging. I personally would not advise her to start on this. I would have said, let's take the treadmill. Let's walk low speed. Keep it steady, 1 minute. Take a rest, maybe do 2 minutes, take a rest. Her body is not trained yet for physical activity. And if anybody out there that works out will know this, if you go even a week without working out, it's almost like you're starting over again, depending on where your fitness level falls. I have muscle, but I am not a physically fit person. So when I go to the gym, if I miss a week, it's like I'm just starting all over again because I'm not very consistent with it. So I haven't built I haven't built it up to that level where I can go a duration of time and bouncing back isn't so hard. For her, she's not consistent. So I can relate to that because I'm not consistent with my working out. So it's going to be like you're starting again. So the elliptical would not be something I would suggest to do for a long duration of time. Maybe a minute and then take a break because her breathing is going to be challenged. Any type of physical exertion, you're going to be challenged physically. And her lungs are not good, as we all know.
We'll see. All right. Let's see if I can do 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
So she's saying that she's going to try to do 5 minutes on the elliptical. We'll see.
Okay. 5 minutes started.
All right.
So she's actually going backwards. And I can tell you this much from my experience. Doing it backwards is a lot harder. I don't know why she's making this as difficult as possible for herself.
Thank you.
Keep going, keep. You can do it.
My legs are.
She is having such a difficult time breathing, and she just started pedaling. Again, she's doing it backwards. I don't know why she would do that. She should go forward. It's far easier. And she is struggling to breathe.
This was always the hardest machine for me at the gym.
We all count on you, babe.
Thanks, babe. It's an older machine, too.
It's okay, still working.
I can't do it.
Still 3 minutes and a half.
I can only do 2. Okay. I can only do like 2 minutes, right? So maybe I can improve my stamina and time, but my legs are like rubber right now. Just up for 2 minutes.
Okay, so she completed 2 minutes on the elliptical going backwards. So this is what we're seeing now. I'm kind of narrating this a little bit because the sound quality is so poor. And I have my headphones on so I can hear it more clearly. It might be more difficult for you guys. Again, I don't think it was the best choice. She should have kind of went on a treadmill for like a minute or two. She needs to build up her stamina. She also needs to build up her muscle and her strength, and she has to build up her lungs. You know, this is somebody who barely moves on a daily basis. So it's going to be very challenging for her to do these physical activities.
Never mind.
All right. So we're going to finish the 8 minutes.
And here's the other thing that I find troubling when it comes to her approach of working out. She is wearing all this clothing on herself. Trust me, it makes it challenging when you have all this clothing on yourself. She needs to get proper workout gear. If she's feeling uncomfortable in a gym environment, in exercise equipment, she doesn't need to film herself. There are plenty of women-only gyms there that she can go to. I would much prefer her not film it and put on some normal workout clothes and go consistently rather than showing us 2 minutes of herself struggling on an elliptical with full clothing on. This is not the best way to work out.
I think I'm gonna do some walking in the apartment where it's air conditioned. Outside is too humid, I think. Yalla. Hi guys, so I am feeling really I set up everything to try to do some like walking in place. You know how like YouTube has those like walking in place videos? Well, I feel really dizzy and like I realize how out of shape I am. And it's depressing because it's like a perfect storm right now of me having taken my medication, it being so hot that it's really, I'm just over it.
Again, you don't need to work out in full garb. You need to get proper workout clothes, find yourself a women's only gym, and start out there. Get a handle on your food. That's a big issue as well. I don't know why you're so surprised that you struggled in this because you've always struggled with physical activity. So this is nothing new.
And exercising and like full covered, you know, my head covered and everything just to do it on camera. I seriously just want to cry right now. I don't feel like I can do this like on camera until I'm more adapted to the heat, like at a smaller weight.
Again, the heat shouldn't be bothering you, and I'm going to tell you why. If you were in a proper workout outfit in a proper gym with air conditioning, this wouldn't be an issue. But if you have 3, 4 layers of stuff wrapped around your head and on your body, it is going to be unbelievably uncomfortable and hot at the same time. Why would you do that to yourself? We don't need to see you working out. I could care less. Okay? I don't think anybody cares about seeing you work out. We just want to know you're doing it. As long as you're being consistent and you're doing it, great. We would be able to see the progress through your appearance. But it's very obvious to all of us that you are far heavier than you've ever been. I don't believe for 1 second that she's 377. I think she is in the low 400s. No doubt. There's no way, with the way she's been eating, the lack of physical activity, there's no way she's in the 300s. To me, she's got to be in the low 400s because her life has become more idle than it's ever been. I mean, at least in Canada, she'd get in the car, she'd go somewhere, she'd walk at a park, she'd go up and down the steps, she'd have some type of activity. This woman right now can sit in her apartment and just point and demand what she wants.
With a hijab on, with a hijab, so, I don't know what to do. Maybe we could go mall walking, but it's the same thing. It's too hot for me. And even in the air conditioning, fully covered at my weight. So
find a gym that's air conditioned where you can wear normal workout clothes. It's really simple, Chantal. You are making everything very hard on yourself. You are putting obstacles in front of yourself.
I feel really dizzy and
oh God.
I feel like I should exercise at first uncovered. Even like, you know, maybe some sitting exercises at first because I get tired very easily. And it's also, you know, I feel depressed because I realize in these moments how, you know, how much work I have to do on myself. And
here's the problem. The longer you wait to work on yourself, the harder it's going to become. Because I'm going to tell you why. When you reach a certain weight, like let's say you were 130 pounds, now you're 180 pounds. Your body starts to adapt to that weight the longer you're at that weight. Then you get to 200 pounds. Your body starts to adapt to that weight. Then you get 250. Then you get to 300, 350, 400. As you're tacking on 50 pounds here, 50 pounds there, whatever it is, your body is becoming accustomed to it. And your physical activity, your just everything in your life starts to mold to where you're at. And the struggle becomes increasingly difficult. I know when I was at my heaviest, The last thing I wanted to do is diet and exercise because I had become accustomed to a more sedative life. Yeah, I don't know if I'm using the right word, whatever. But I was just used to that. I had to push myself out of that comfort zone, and that was not easy. But you have to do it. You have to gradually do it. The problem is that she keeps increasing in her weight, and she's not doing anything consistent about it. So her body becomes more accustomed. So the less she moves, the more she gets used to living this life of not moving. And that's what happens. I've been there. I know what it feels like.
I don't want to do it. It's really painful and hard and awful. It's depressing. Not having any comfort food at night, you know. So it's all of that mixture of things right now that just make this whole thing so much harder. I honestly feel like I could fall asleep right now. I feel
Now let's just remember, this is all after 2 minutes on an elliptical.
trapped because
She's
I
ready to
feel
fall
like
asleep.
my medication like keeps me mood stabilized, like it stabilizes my mood, but at the same time it makes me feel like a zombie, and I don't like that feeling, you know. I want to be more energetic and oh, I'm so sorry. I want to just have energy to do a lot of things, and honestly, instead of just like going through life like, yeah, I'm okay, like a robot, you know. That's how I feel.
But that's how you live your life. You live your life in complete denial of the reality that you're sitting in, the body that you're sitting in. You're in complete delusion. Like, you think that this is normal. This is not normal. You have to break this pattern you're in. And I'm sorry, this whole Kuwait arc is just, it's just assisting on her laziness, assisting on her getting more obese because she's in a foreign country. She doesn't feel familiar. She doesn't feel comfortable driving a vehicle, going. It's a whole different environment for her. So she's cocooning herself in this box, within a box, within a box. And she's living this ultra sheltered life. Well, the more you do that, the more you become comfortable with being on the inside rather than putting yourself on the outside. And that's bad. Because the more isolated you become, the more you shelter yourself in that box, the more you're going to become problematic.
Maybe I need different medication.
It's not your medication, it's you.
That's why I would come off of them, because, and which you're not supposed to do by yourself, but I mean, I would discontinue them on and off.
She's never been consistent on her medication. I don't even think she goes like a week straight with taking her medication. And that's the one thing when you're taking medication like that, you have to be consistent because some of these medications don't hit until like weeks into it, like it depending on what she's taking. You might not feel the effects of it weeks into it. So it's best to be consistent. She's not consistent. As we know, she is not consistent with anything. She's not consistent with her medication, not consistent with her diet, not consistent with physical movement, not consistent on anything.
But life is so much more
She is consistent on eating way too much food, though.
bearable on them, that's for sure. I mean, because of my moods. So that 2 minutes was so hard. My legs felt like jelly, and I'm so tired. And I feel like I'm gonna pass out after 2 minutes on an elliptical. Maybe tomorrow I should aim for 3. I don't know what I should do, but I think I'm gonna try doing small exercises that don't make me feel like this. And I'm gonna have to just wear like nothing on my head, t-shirt, and like pants or shorts. because I'm just like dead meat. I don't know. This is gonna be so hard. Anyway, I don't even feel hungry. I just feel like I want to sleep, which is good. Alhamdulillah, I'm glad I don't feel hungry. But if I really think, like if I start to think about it, like I would want to eat for comfort reasons, not for being hungry, because I'm not hungry at all. I had not that long ago banana, half a banana. The other half was like really terribly bruised.
Personally, I wouldn't recommend eating a banana because the sugar and everything and the carbs. I I personally would prefer to see her eating an entire chicken, a rotisserie chicken or something. I mean, at least if she's stuck to protein-based meals. We sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, Protein-based meals, we would possibly see more of a decrease in her body weight, even without physical movement. Because in the end, and it's one thing I learned from my husband, and it's definitely the truth. Um, Exercise doesn't really matter. It's your diet. In the end, it's your diet. I mean, of course, exercise is extremely important, and it should be a part of your daily life. However, in the end, when it comes to losing weight, it's your diet. And that is something she needs to address. She puts these obstacles in front of herself. She now put the elliptical and this exercise thing in front of herself, and it's just going to be another obstacle for her to say, I should just get another meal and eat.
And a yogurt with like 2 cookies crunched up inside of it, like 2 digestive cookies or whatever. So yeah, I'm okay, but as an actual physical hunger, but like of course my mind always wants something. Anyway, honestly, what my mind when I think about like for comfort food, a big bowl of spaghetti with cheese on it, that would be so good.
So right here she's talking about she wants a big bowl of spaghetti. Okay, you're going to see in the next video that we go over is she's actually eating that spaghetti. Again, horrible choice.
But I cannot have that now. Maybe later in life, but right now I need to get my health back. This is atrocious. This is scary. I feel like I can't do anything, which I can't, you know. I just want to walk these. If I ever get to a point where I can, we're gonna walk for like 2 hours straight in these. Maybe by the winter time here, but for now I can't go out there. I was gonna go for a walk outside, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna overheat.
I have a recommendation for you, Chantal. I got this vibrating plate off of Amazon. You stand on it, it can vibrate quite intensely. And if you just stand on that thing, you'll burn calories. Okay? I use it almost daily around my lunch break. I do my squats on that, and I'll tell you, it really builds your muscle and it works. If you want to find the laziest way to get a workout in, that's probably a great idea. If you just want to have something that you can have in your apartment that you can just jump on, well, again, I don't think it would carry her weight. What am I talking about? I don't even think it could hold 300 pounds. So, okay, delete that idea. So much for that. Chantal, keep walking. Keep walking.
I feel so nauseous. Anyway, guys, I wanted to share, like, you know, exercise with you. I obviously can't exercise without a hijab on, and exercising with a hijab.
You can exercise without a hijab on. You know how? Go to the gym properly. Get yourself some workout clothes. Go to a female-only gym. It's not complicated. Stop putting obstacles in front of yourself.
It's a bit difficult for me. At least tonight. Maybe tomorrow it will be different. I can always try again tomorrow. So yeah, that's my struggles. Um, anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now, or soon. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Okay, so next up is Foodie Beauty eating spaghetti bolognese diet dinner. I would not select this as an option to eat, especially for Chantal. I don't know why she keeps making these really poor choices in food, considering how desperately she needs to drop weight, but we're going to get into this one.
You guys, my Arabic coffee I make in the traditional Arabic coffee cups.
I wonder what kind of coffee that is. I've never seen, like, we drink Turkish coffee, which is black. I don't know what kind of coffee it looks like. It kind of looks like bouillon mixed in water.
Well, hello there. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hi. I'm gonna have dinner with you today. So I'm having a Lipton lemon iced tea, 77 calories.
Hello, Beezers! Did you
Oh,
know
no,
you
thank
can now
you.
request Make Meal today?
Dessert spoon.
Take a hit of my
so I
weed
have
for this
a
one.
low carb chocolate hazelnut mousse. I mean, I'm not like specifically seeking low carb. It's just is 220 calories. Okay, so this is my portion dessert. I'm eating diet food. Meaning it's real food. It's just portioned out and like calorie counted. Why do we have to stick to one type of diet? Why don't we try different ones every single day? Imagine that.
Chantal, there's this thing called consistency. If you're consistent with something, it will work. You're inconsistent. That's the problem. You can't like bounce around like that. I mean, spaghetti is an awful, awful choice to make when you're obese. Okay? You should have gotten that chicken again or gotten fish, something like that, minus the rice. You don't need the rice. Yes, I know they eat rice with everything. Doesn't mean you have to. Look, guys, I'm still trying to figure out where all that food went when they went to that produce place. Like, I'm like, he must give it to his family. Like, they must shop and then he just gives it, because I never see any of this stuff cooked.
Okay, remember in my last video I said I'm craving spaghetti and
yes, we remember.
spaghetti? Well, yeah.
See, and that's where the brain goes, right? In the previous video, we saw her say, I could really go for, big bowl of spaghetti with meat. And yeah, she was dreaming about it. Like her head was going in that space. If she had said to herself, I could really go for that rotisserie chicken again. Oh yeah. Maybe roast some vegetables in the air fryer that they have. That would be awesome. Go for it. Spaghetti is like the worst choice, but she's going with what is in her head, what she thinks she's going to be satisfied with. And this isn't going to satisfy her. This isn't nearly enough food to satisfy her.
I got her spaghetti. So it's like 200 and something calories. I'm going to put the total here on the screen for you.
Okay, wait, I got to go back to that
Total.
a second. Okay, let's see what this is. So she has a pumpkin parmesan soup, which comes in at 380 calories. No, sorry, 230 calories. My apologies. Protein 8, carbs 39, fat 6. Then she has a spaghetti bolognese with beef. Spaghetti okay. This is 290 calories, 24 grams of protein, 42 carbs, 6 fat. And then you have the hazelnut chocolate mousse. This comes in at 220 calories, 18 grams of carbs, 6 protein, and 15 fat. So, if we were to look at this, 230, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so like 700 and some calories. Okay, carbs 40, 45, 45, 87, 87 carbs, fat 12, 55, 6, 7, 27, So that gives you an idea. So, yeah, it could be considered a normal meal, but I'm very concerned about the carbs, right? That's a lot of carbs. If she had done away with the spaghetti, she would have definitely helped herself there with the carbs.
Here on the screen for you. Okay.
That looks gross.
Smells good and homemade.
Okay, Chantal, I know you keep trying to convince yourself that when you order food, it's homemade. Honey, it's not. Okay? Homemade means that you've labored over the kitchen, the stove, the sink, the counter, cutting, cooking. That's homemade, okay? This is not homemade. You ordered this, and it looks disgusting. I don't even like my spaghetti that cooked. It's like, it looks like it's overcooked.
All right. I look old today. I did the face age thing the other day. It said 33 or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I did it today without makeup. And right when I woke up, 66.
That makes sense. That makes more sense.
All right. Bismillah. So I had to get, again, I was craving it, their pumpkin parmesan. Their pumpkin parmesan soup, which is just so delicious and creamy.
Does she own any utensils? Like, I never seem to see her. She always uses plastic. Everything's plastic. Everything is throw it away, right? The tablecloth is throw it away. I'm sure that manufactured table is a throwaway. The containers are a throwaway. Like, everything is throwaway. It's so wasteful. Like, to me, this is a wife who doesn't have to go outside the home and work. There is no excuse why she cannot cook every meal at home. Like, there is zero excuse to me. I'm sorry.
I'll put the calories on the screen there. And the total calories for the day. It's so good. Like,
all right, I got it.
Oh, it feels like you're eating. It's just like, it's so creamy. It's so
I don't know. It looks like snots to me.
creamy, and there's like
Snots with chunks.
pumpkin.
Ooh, yum. Booger soup.
I love it.
You know what, Chantal? If you make soup at home, it's far more delicious. Trust me.
It's
so
like the
good.
squash soup I made. I love squash, pumpkin, and soups.
Yeah, makes it nice and starchy and creamy.
So guys, did you guys ever hear the story about the woman whose home was invaded by ghosts?
Oh, God, she's not going to tell us one of these stories now, is she? Oy, help us.
And they wouldn't let her sleep. They kept her up all night by singing Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond.
Yeah, me neither. I have no ghost stories today. I think I told my paranormal experiences to you guys ad nauseum, so.
Yes, you have. Please, save us. It's like she's making love to her food. Yum. Give it, girl.
I was, though, reading about this story. Of course, on TikTok. I completely just realized editing this that I forgot to tell you the whole story. Sorry, guys. Scatterbrain here. I don't like posting on TikTok that much because, like, you don't get paid on TikTok. Like, I saw creators on TikTok talk about this, like, how much do I get paid on, like, a 4 million view video? And they're like, nothing. I get absolutely nothing.
So don't do it.
So my 4,000 views. I mean, I have enough to worry about, like, doing videos on here, you know?
I can't imagine a life where my like my how many times someone views me online is my paycheck. Like that just seems totally foreign to me.
So that takes up my time, plus then regular life. I just don't have time to make a serious following or try to
TikTok's the devil.
build
Stay
anything
away.
on TikTok. So my account is more for watching and stuff. Maybe I could do karaoke on there. That's what I like, but
Chantal, I hate to break it to you, but you can't sing.
I love you guys, so I don't want to make your ears bleed. So
Yes, please don't, because you definitely don't have that talent. Singing is not your thing.
Julia, I'm trying to put her in the room with Salah while I do my videos. And the reason I don't, I know you're wondering, why don't you just lock up your cat? One, because it's mean, and I feel bad. Two, because she revenge poops on everything if we annoy her. She's vindictive. She's a diva and a princess, so... Do you lock up princesses in rooms? No, you don't. Well... Wasn't Gretel a princess? Man, Hansel and Gretel. No. Who's the one that let down her hair long? What's that girl's name? Rapunzel. Wasn't Rapunzel a princess? And man, she had some strong hair. I mean, what made her think... I don't know the story. I should just read it. You know. But she must have been using some really good shampoo and conditioner. Those ancient remedies. Her hair had to be strong enough to, like, stand her prince's weight. Maybe it was a combined effort thing. Maybe she agreed, okay, in order for us to be together, I have to grow my hair so you can climb it. But you have to do your part, and you have to fast and drink Diet Coke for a few years so that you can be skinty enough to climb my hair without ripping it out of my head.
God, boring. Alright, finish the damn
It's
soup.
amazing.
Okay. Now
Alright, let's try this. I don't have Parmesan,
Ooh,
but there
puppy's
seems
calling.
to be like
Hold
a
on.
sheen, and there's supposed to be Parmesan on it. So let's.
You're telling me you don't have
it's a
Parmesan
little dry,
cheese
but
in
it's
your
because
fridge?
They put like the sauce with with the noodles. I don't mind.
Okay, she looks so
Yeah.
displeased. I mean, look at that face.
This is
Why
bolognese
is that not working?
with
Hold on.
Parmesan. I don't because they put like the sauce with with the noodles.
You gotta just see
I
her
don't mind.
facial expressions here. Oh, look at her. She's just
guess.
not having it. The spaghetti is not the way that she finds acceptable.
This is bolognese with Parmesan.
Bolognese.
Mmm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm
I
gonna
prefer to wear brown
through this
lipstick.
because some of
I don't
this
know
is
why I said
really
brown
dull.
that way. And I wonder what it would look like on me. I should try it.
Go ahead, try it.
I don't
Go
think
ahead.
it would be good with my skin tone. What do you think? Maybe.
Maybe. We're getting kind
Black
of tired of
looks atrocious
seeing
on
the
me.
black.
The black lipstick?
Oh, she's still got lipstick.
My
I'm
goth days
sorry.
were torture because of this.
So she wants to try brown lipstick. No, I don't think it would go with your skin tone.
I wanted to be cute goth, but I ended up looking like the chick from, the chubby goth chick from South Park.
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
With
one
her skinny
second,
puppy
guys.
poster.
Oh, nothing more My dog vomiting right in front of me just now. I just had to clean up that mess. Okay, let's get back into this.
Man, I used to watch South Park quite avidly. Yeah, I know. Totally, totally.
Nothing like the sound of the ocean coming through your windows, right? She's got like traffic going on. And why is her window open in this heat? I'd like to know. Maybe it's such bad BO in there. They had to air it out.
All right. Sorry, I forgot I was doing mukbang for a second. My mind veered off to something that in my life that I was thinking about. Oh, I love lemon iced tea. I drink mostly water. Still shisha free. Honestly, that doesn't really... It hasn't been as hard as I was like thinking it would be.
Well, give it time.
So I'm happy for that.
I am glad that if she's in fact not smoking a shisha, I'm thrilled, because she was smoking at way too much.
Smoke. That's how it is with me with smoking.
Do you notice that everything she does is excessive? Like, she just does it full throttle.
Tobacco, like what? Tried my first cigarette behind a school. I mean, like, it's just typical story. I was 15. No, it was at a party. Oh,
How do you get that confused? At the back of the school or at a party? Two entirely different environments and situations.
Parties, I don't know how I ever thought they were fun. Just, I don't know.
Man, she takes such big bites. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She chewed 5 times.
Somebody gave me a cigarette.
That's how it started.
And I coughed my brains out. I didn't like it, but then I just kept doing it. I don't know why.
Oh, you're young and
it was like
stupid.
the cool thing to do, you know. Everyone, peer pressure.
Yeah, look, I can understand what she's saying because I'm older than her, but it was like everybody smoked. It was just how it was.
I was peer pressured, which is totally not how I am. Like, goes everything I'm against now. You know, be yourself, do what you think is right, kind of thing. You know, don't follow the masses. But back then, oh yeah, I wanted to fit in. And to fit in, you had to do things that were just bad, like smoke, drink, do really dumb things.
I don't know if everybody does it because they want to fit in. I think some kids do things because they're just honestly curious.
That was good. It's a nice portion, and it satisfied my spaghetti craving.
It's one
Do you
thing.
see how
It's one thing I don't like is meat sauce. I just like sauce.
my brain works? Like in my last video, I was thinking about spaghetti. So then I like obsessively think about that food that I
and
won't
then you
have
ended up getting it.
until I have it.
So that just shows your lack of self-control, right? You need to learn how to change your mind, change the mindset to think of something that's a option than spaghetti. But what you did was you took that thought and you obsessed about it until you got what you wanted. And you're just used to getting what you want all the time. So that's just how you manipulate everything around you. Oh, you left one piece. How dare you? Now she's gonna leave it on the ground so the cat licks it
It
up
doesn't
because
even
she's
give
too
it
lazy to go throw
I
it in
know,
the trash.
but I thought, let me find like, let's see if one of the diet services has like, portion controlled, made with lighter ingredients. I said, let me see if they have a version of that. Most of them do. I love shopping online, and especially for like these kind of things, like for dinner, I get to.
Because that's like the most laziest way you can go about it, right? Shopping online. I mean, look, we all probably did it at some point during the whole pandemic. Um, we were ordering Uber Eats, Instacart. People were ordering because they didn't want to go out because of that. And yeah, so yeah, we get it. But the problem is that she uses it to her benefit to overeat and to continue to live this sedentary life. And that's not a good thing. Like I would much prefer her go out to the restaurant and walk in and walk out and actually do the physical activity that comes along with that than to sit in her apartment and just order food. It's convenient for her. It feeds into her kind of behavior, her laziness.
To pick like, okay, this, and there's so many different options. There's like a pasta section. There's like
Pasta.
salads, soups, sandwiches, stuff like that. All right, let's try this chocolate hazelnut mousse. Six grams of protein.
Oh my God, this is gonna be like.
That's very rich.
Say something, Chantal. This dead airspace.
Like super rich.
Yeah, I would imagine that looks pretty sweet.
Maybe because it's keto.
Why would that? Well, if they made it with cream.
I'm gonna leave him half.
Okay. Do any of you believe that she's going to leave Solo half? I don't believe it. I think she's going to finish that thing as soon as the video goes off.
And see if he likes it. Whenever I like something, I always think of him like, you have to try this. Are you guys like that? He's like that with me too. He'll eat his dinner and then leave me like a little piece section to try. My legs are so sore just from that 2 minutes on the elliptical. I can't get over that.
Chantal, get your act together.
Thank you so much for having.
Okay, so we're going to leave it here. Thank you guys for joining me. Please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about her exercising and what her choices were on her food and whatnot. And I look forward to catching up on our next video.